Okay, y'all. I'm live coming from sunny Florida this morning, and I tell you, this lighting is not working at all. It is not working at all, but I'm gonna try to work on this. We got a few more minutes before the show starts. Give me a few minutes to try to get this lighting together. I don't know who's watching, but give me some feedback. I'm working on this lighting. Help me out here. Tell me what I'm looking like. Can you see me? I'm actually broadcasting from outdoors. Yeah, maybe that's better. How is the lighting? Can y'all see me okay? Hello?
Yeah, we can see you okay.
Okay.
Me and us putting on our shorts, swimming shorts.
I was
trying to get on the beach.
I was trying to give y'all a view of the Atlantic Ocean in the background. Can y'all see it?
Just being messy.
I am not being messy. I want you out to.
I'm strong. Where's she at? It stopped. It finally stopped raining down there.
It stopped raining. It stopped raining, but
So you gonna actually try to do this show from out on the balcony overlooking the beach, right?
no, I'm not gonna try. I'm going to do the show from out on the balcony, overlooking the beach. Yes.
I'm strong. Tell your business.
Oh my word. Now I was actually listening to him before you called me because I. Okay. Okay. All right, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in.
Ain't no doubt about it. So y'all get ready. Y'all go to y'all Facebook page, her Facebook page. Yeah. And check out live via Facebook, and she'll be doing the same thing on 90.1 WMPR. That's coming up at 7 o'clock here at 90.1 WMPR. My name is Armstrong. Play another song, and then we're going to make ready for Dr. Sabrina Williams, another edition of So Talks Money and More.
Good morning. I'm back. I'm back. Hey, y'all. I'm back. Technical difficulties. We are broadcasting remotely today, but I'm here. We're going to make this work. That's what technology is all about. All right. We're back. Can you see me? You're not back. I'm streaming. Can you see? Okay, you guys, we're trying to make sure the radio is in sync, but my friend Miss Ellis, let me know if you're good on that end, if I'm good on YouTube. Y'all gonna have to help me out this morning. Y'all gonna have to help me out this morning. I can see you and hear you. Okay. Thanks. Thanks, Rita.
This is WMPR 90.1.
Let's see if we can bring Facebook into this, you guys. Good morning. Good morning. It's health and wisdom time will rise. Educated to sharing the wealth building things you should do. From trust to thinking, it's all a must. Your guide to what this learning is. Legacy matters, secure it right. Dreams take shape with every insight. Wills and assets, life insurance plans. Building for your future with expert hands. Smooth talk, money and more. Building wealth with knowledge galore. Asset protection plans to grow. Tune in and watch your dreams overflow. From saving today to trust for life. Breaking generational wealth divides. Healthcare directives, banking tips. All right. Let's see here. We got to get everything right here, you guys. Good morning. We are broadcasting live this morning. I don't know if I'm ahead of the music or not, but we got to get this thing rolling. Thank you for coming on in this morning. Thank you for coming in. As I said, good morning, and welcome to another edition of So Talks Money and More, where we are always educating, enlightening, and empowering our community. I am your host, Dr. Sabrina Edmon Williams, educator, author, and investor, opening minds and closing contracts. I am so noted. And I am so excited and so delighted to be broadcasting this morning from the sunny Sunshine State. Yes. We are doing this thing remotely this morning from Florida. Well, I got to start the show off today, first of all, by welcoming my live WMPR 90.1 FM voice of the community audience. Also to my Facebook and my YouTube audience, and especially to my YouTube audience this morning, because you guys have helped me out this morning trying to get this thing figured out and sorted. And as I say, I'm trying to give you a view of the beautiful Atlantic Ocean. Can y'all see that? It is absolutely beautiful here. But this morning, if you're listening, I need you to do me a favor. Before we get started, go ahead, call a friend, text your cousin, wake somebody up, because this is a conversation today that may impact your paycheck, your career, your retirement, your children, your grandchildren, and the future of Black America. So we need everybody to participate in this conversation this morning. Now, if you cannot, and if you are not available to catch this live this morning, go ahead and go over to my either my YouTube or my Facebook. I am so noted. That's IAMSEWNOTED. Make sure you catch that replay and share that replay. Again, this is a conversation that's long overdue. We have got to have this conversation. And I got to start with a question. What happens when the job you've trained for all of your life, job you've been doing 10, 15, 20 years, what happens when that job no longer needs you? Now, what happens when the future arrives and our community is still preparing for the past? Just need that to let sink in for a moment. Now, perhaps the most important question of all, if we already know that the storm is coming, why are we still acting surprised by the clouds? Now, today, we are discussing something that many politicians, they don't want to discuss this. Many corporations don't want to explain it. And many workers don't want to even think about it. What are you talking about, Dr. Williams? We are talking about the jobless era. Not 20 years from now, not someday, not eventually. The jobless era that is already unfolding before our very eyes. The future, it's not coming, you guys. The future has already arrived. The only question is whether we are preparing for it. The robots are not coming. They are already here. Many people still think automation is some futuristic, scientific, science fiction concept. Remember the Jetsons? Am I aging myself now? Come on, talk to me in this chat. The Jetsons, remember we used to watch that as children, and they had the spaceships, and I think the little lady's name was Rosie, flying around. That was very futuristic for many of us. But I need you to look around for me. Look around. All you got to do is go to Walmart, self-checkouts. Go to Kroger, self-checkout. Go to Target. Nah, we ain't supposed to be going to Target. I might need to take that one back. But anyway, they have self-checkouts too. Home Depot, Lowe's, self-checkout. And if you dare go to Mickey D's, McDonald's, digital ordering kiosk, mobile ordering apps, automated ordering systems. What used to require multiple workers is increasingly being handled by technology. And this replacement didn't happen overnight, you guys. Think about it. It didn't happen overnight. It happened gradually. One machine, one register, one kiosk, one app, one position at a time. Many jobs did not even disappear quietly. They didn't disappear. Many jobs did disappear quietly. Think about that. There were no headlines saying, hey, when you go into McDonald's, you're not going to be able to talk to a worker. You're going to have to use a kiosk. Nobody told us that. They did not disappear with a lot of headlines, not with any protests. We couldn't protest what we didn't know was coming, not with any warning. They simply stopped hiring. And before we realized it, the positions no longer exist. Automation rarely fires people at all. It doesn't fire them. It doesn't need to. It simply stops needing them. Somebody needs to hear that again. Automation rarely fires people. It simply stops needing them. Now, want you to lean in right here. And if you're just tuning in, thank you. Come on in. And if things are looking strange to you, it's because we are broadcasting remotely this morning. We are broadcasting from the Sunshine State, sunny Florida. I'm sitting right here overlooking the Atlantic Ocean. You guys, it's absolutely beautiful here. And I wanted you to have this experience as well. I've been enjoying it for the past few days, but I wanted to share this with my listening and my viewing audience. And today, I need you to tune in, lean in, call a friend, text somebody, because we're having a very serious conversation about what we're calling the jobless era. And if you are employed, if you are looking for employment, if you're thinking about employment, you need to hear this. Because what we got to do, it's got to be real different, you guys. We cannot prepare the same way. We cannot continue to keep doing things the same way because things are changing. Don't believe me? Recently, Amazon CEO Andy Jassy publicly acknowledged that generative artificial intelligence will eventually reduce portions of Amazon's workforce because some jobs will require fewer people as AI becomes more integrated into their operations. Now, that statement should have every worker, not just Amazon workers, it should have every worker paying attention, sitting up, looking at what's going on. Because the reality is, it's Amazon today. It might be your employer tomorrow. Amazon actually employs more than 1 million workers worldwide. When one of the largest, I want you to just think about this, when one of the largest employers on earth begins talking openly about needing fewer workers because of what? AI? That's not just an Amazon conversation. That's an American workforce conversation. And somebody better start listening. Somebody better start listening. You know, we are easily distracted as a community when it's something to be entertaining us, something to laugh at, hee ha ha, or something maybe even to get excited about. We tend to lean in to those conversations. But for anybody that's in the workforce or thinking about joining the workforce, here's a conversation you may want to lean into. Now, there have been many widespread reports discussing Amazon's long-term automation plans and projections, suggesting that about, get this, 600,000 positions could be replaced or avoided through robotics and automation. Y'all hear that? 600,000 positions. Now, while Amazon, of course, they are disputing some of the specifics of the reports. You know, I wouldn't want to be broadcasting and I'm laying off 600,000 people either. I hear you, Amazon. The larger point actually remains unchanged. The company is investing billions with a B, billions of dollars into automation, robotics, and artificial intelligence because it believes technology can perform increasing amounts of work. So if technology can do it, guess what? They don't need you. And if Amazon believes that, what do you think other CEOs believe? I want you to let that sink in for a minute. If Amazon believes it, trust me, they all run in the same circle, in the same club. They all talking about it. Everybody. If Amazon is preparing for an automated future, how many other companies are preparing for the exact same thing right now? The biggest layoff announcement in America may not actually come from a CEO. It may come from a software update. Think about that one. Black community, we cannot afford to ignore this historical moment. We cannot afford to ignore this and act like it's not happening. We cannot. Why? Because historically, Black workers have often been concentrated in the industries that are vulnerable to automation. We're the ones working these jobs. Think about it. Retail, transportation, warehousing, customer service, food service, administrative support, entry level operational work. Sound familiar? Those are the jobs where you see Black folks. Those are the occupations. And many of these occupations are already being transformed by AI and robotics. Think about what I just said. Walmart, McDonald's, Lowe's, Home Depots, they're already doing it. Now, Dr. Williams is not telling you this morning. I'm not bringing this to you because I'm trying to scare you. This is not about fear. Don't get me wrong. Don't, as the young folks say, don't get it twisted. That is not what this conversation is about. This conversation is about planning. The very same way I tell families to prepare estate plans before a crisis, we as a community must prepare. We must prepare economically before disruption arrives. It's on the way. It's on the way. As a matter of fact, it's not just on the way, it's already here. Think about it. We don't wait and buy life insurance after someone dies. We prepare beforehand. And that same principle applies or should apply to the future of work. It should apply. It's the same thing, you guys. Now, my question to you is, how safe do you think your job is? Let that sink in for a moment. How safe is your job, really? Can you be replaced by a robot? Can you be replaced by a robot? Think about what you do every day on your job. Can that job be automated? Can it be automated? Now, I want to just take a shift here because I think this is a very opportune moment to talk about something. You know, we're in the midst of the 2026 graduation season. And many of my listening audience, my viewing audience have children or may have children or grandchildren or even children that you're connected to who may be high school graduates. You know, and I remember it wasn't that long ago. Well, I guess maybe it was a long time ago, but I was once a high school student and thinking about a career and career opportunities. And my question to us this morning is, what advice are we really giving our children regarding college and careers? I'm sure they probably come to you and maybe ask what your thoughts are. Even if they haven't, sometimes we need to volunteer some people to do some things. You know what I'm talking about? What our mamas used to do for us. Sometimes you got to volunteer somebody some things. That's called directing. You know, pointing them in a positive direction. But my question to you this morning is, do you still believe a degree alone is enough? Is it enough anymore? Are we preparing our children for the future? Are we preparing them for a world that no longer exists? Think about that. What advice are we giving them? What are we telling them? Many parents are actually still giving 1990 advice for a 2035 economy. You know, we get so excited at the idea that they're going to college and they're going to have that sheepskin hanging on the wall. For many of us, it's about living our best lives through our children because we didn't do it perhaps. And I get it, you guys, I get it. But at the end of the day, as the young folks say, the day gon' end, and we got to have some ends, some means. These kids got to have a way to survive, and not only survive, we need to make sure that they are thriving. I remember just a few weeks ago, I had an opportunity to go down to Terry High School and be a part of their commitment day. I was actually there representing my alma mater, Southern University. Shout out to my Jaguars. If you know, you know. Okay. So went down to Terry High School, and one thing I will tell you, they had the students sitting according to where they were planning to attend college in the fall. Now, the first two rows were my other alma mater, Mississippi State University. Shout out to my Bulldogs. Very, very excited to see several students planning to attend Mississippi State University. Very excited by that. However, you know what really had me just tickled pink was the number of students that were planning to attend community college. Wise decision, wise decision. Why do you say that, Dr. Williams? Well, I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you asked. Let me just break it down and explain it to you, because after all, the show is called So Talks Money and More. So let's talk money. Now, when you attend a community college, you basically take the same classes that you are going to take your first 2 years at a senior level college. No matter whether that's a PWI or an HBCU, those first 2 years are pretty much the same. You take the entry level English, you take your college algebra, your history, all of those things. Now let's talk dollars and cents. Now, cost the classes are the same. The information is the same. It transfers from place to place. But what's not the same is that price tag, okay? Take $2,000, maybe $2,500 a semester and go down to the community college and get your college algebra, your English, and your history, and your elective, versus taking $20,000 and going to a senior level college. It makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Well, it really does not make a lot of sense. Now, this sidebar right here is for some of you parents. Maybe we need to volunteer some of y'all. Because I had a conversation with a young lady just a few weeks ago that said her granddaughter wanted to attend LSU. So, say, well, did she get a scholarship to LSU? Well, she didn't get a full scholarship. She got a partial scholarship. So you mean to tell me you going to pay out-of-state fees and you didn't get a full scholarship for her to go to LSU? Okay, so I'm trying to make it make sense. I'm trying to be optimistic and open-minded. Well, what is she planning to study? Well, she wants to go to med school, biology, pre-med. Okay, so you mean to tell me you got to pay for 8 more years of education or so beyond the 4 years, and it makes sense for her not to start at the community college? This ain't making make sense, but somebody need to make that make sense. Parents, don't sleep on these community colleges. That English, that algebra, that history, and those electives will transfer in-state and out-of-state. Okay, I digress, and I'm going to come on back on script, because today we are talking about a jobless era. We're talking about preparation. And the reason why I diverted is because that educational piece, that foundational piece is part of the preparation. Part of the preparation. Now, I need you to stop for a minute, since we are on community colleges, which I know a lot of people really don't even think about community college. Why? Because now my child has a chance to do something I did not do, to go to the senior level college, to go to the I love and get that degree. And that's fine and that's good. And I'm not promoting my HBCUs and my PWIs. But we got to ask ourselves, with where we are going as a society, as an economy, does it really make sense? Let's talk about something. And this one should make everybody that's listening to me this morning stop and think. I just want you to listen to this. I recently read an article from the Lowe's Foundation. Actually, the CEO recently announced an expanded commitment of $250 million to help train and develop 250,000 skilled trades people by 2035. $250 million commitment by Lowe's. That includes training in electrical work, plumbing, HVAC, carpentry, construction, maintenance trades. Now, I got to ask you a question. Why would a Fortune 500 company invest that much money? Anybody care to just guess? Why would they do that? Come on and talk to me in the chat, Facebook, YouTube. And I want my people that's listening to me live on WNPR 90.1. Think about that. Why would a Fortune 500 company invest $250 million in the trades? Why? Because they see something coming. They see something maybe we don't see. Come on, Dr. Elliott say they see the shift is coming. Absolutely. They can see it. They see a labor shortage is coming. It's looming. They see increasing demand. And they understand something many people in our community have overlooked. Not every job can be easily automated. They're automating a whole lot of jobs, but not every job can be easily automated. Now, a robot, they may be good for helping to build the house. But when your plumbing bursts at midnight, you don't call the robot. Who do you call? You call, and you don't call Ghostbusters either. You call the plumber. When your electrical panel catches on fire, you need an electrician. When your air conditioning dies in the middle of July in Mississippi heat, you pick up the phone and you call that HVAC technician. You don't call the robot. So I say all this to say there are still industries where human skills matter. Human judgment matters. Human experience matters. There are still some industries. When CEOs start investing millions into training programs, they are quietly telling you where they believe opportunities still exist. Are we watching? Are we listening? I say that again. When CEOs start investing millions of dollars into training programs, they're telling you something real quietly. And my question to my community is, are we watching what's going on? Are we listening to what they are telling us? Now, I know for decades we have told our young people, go to college, get a degree, go out and get that good job. You know, that good job. So you can do what? Retire comfortably with a big old fat pension check and a hefty 401k. But now my question for us in my generation. My question is, how is that working out for us? Think about it. How is that advice really working out for us? How is it? Somebody say our lives. Many of us went to college. Some of us we were on the extended plan. We went more than one time. Some of us went more than two times. We fell in love with it. Got all the education that we could get. And there's nothing wrong with that, you guys. Nothing. And maybe that advice was good for our generation. Maybe, maybe not. That's a question for debate, and that's a whole nother show. But I need to tell you something. The world has changed. The future increasingly rewards adaptability, problem solving, technical skills, entrepreneurship, communication skills, critical thinking, trade skills, technology, and being technically literate. That's who's getting rewarded in this future generation, where the future is going. So the question is no longer, what degree do you have? The question is and should be, what problem can you solve? That's the question. What problem can you solve? What are we equipping our children with? Are we equipping them with guidance, knowledge, information so that they can become the problem solvers? The future belongs to problem solvers, not simply credential collectors. I need to say that again because somebody needs to hear that. Somebody needs to hear that. I have a friend, you guys, and I'm not being ugly when I say this. Everything that I tell you from my heart. You guys know I love you. I love my people. I love people in general. And I want us to do the best. I want us to be the best. And at the end of the day, I want us all to survive because, as I say, the world is changing. But I know a lot of the things that I know, and I share a lot of the things because I see this. As I was saying, I have a friend who is very credentialed, but hadn't been able to find a quote unquote job in years, highly credentialed, 2 degrees, many certificates, but has not been able to find a job. Why? The future belongs to problem solvers, not simply credential collectors. We got to wake up, you guys, or we're going to be left behind. Again, I'll give that statistic in case some of you guys are just tuning in and join me. Welcome to today's conversation. We are talking about the jobless era. The jobless era. It's here. It's coming. These people are telling us shortly they are not going to need us. Why? Because they will have robots and technology and automation to do the jobs that many of our people are currently doing. So how do we prepare today for what is looming? It's coming. It's coming. Now you say, well, Dr. Williams, you told me it's coming and you said all these things, but what can we do? What do we need to be doing right now to prepare for the future? Well, I'm glad you asked. I'm glad because this is where the rubber meets the road right here. We got to start talking about what we need to be doing right now. And the number one thing that we can do, all of us as a community, is to learn AI, artificial intelligence. Don't compete against technology. Learn how to use it. Learn how to use it. And I have to take this moment right now to give a plug and a shout out to my good friend, Mrs. Sharon Ellis, who has joined me live this morning out in sunny California. Hey, got up early, 5 o'clock this morning, to be on here with Dr. Williams. And the reason why I want to highlight her is because I remember about a year ago, my good friend said, you know what I'm getting ready to do? I'm getting my certification in AI because this is where the future is going. Not only did she say it, she followed through, you guys. She got the training. No, she didn't go get another degree. She has a couple of them, those already, a bachelor's and a master's. Bachelor's from Southern University, I might add. Okay. She already has that. But she recognized that what I have in my hand right now is not enough for where this world is going. So she learned AI. If you need to learn it, which you do, and you need some help, just shout me out. You know how to reach me. I am so noted at gmail.com. I will connect you with her. She'll be happy to train you for a price. Because that's what you can do. When you learn something that is valuable, when you can solve a problem, then you can charge accordingly. You'll create your own economy. That's what some of us are going to have to start doing. So as I say, the number one thing we can do is learn AI. And maybe even go beyond ChatGPT. Learn AI. The second thing we need to do as a community, you guys, we've got to learn how to develop multiple streams of income. One paycheck, it's no longer security. Got to learn how to develop multiple streams of income. The third thing, got to learn, oh, there's a bug. Okay, fighting with a bug out here. All right, third thing we got to do, we need to learn a trade, learn something. And this is the interesting thing that we all can do. You know, Home Depot and Lowe's offers those weekend workshops, Saturday workshops, where you can learn different things. You can learn how to put down flooring. You can learn maybe fencing. You can learn all kind of things by just showing up. We've got to start spending our time differently. Instead of spending, we got to learn how to invest. Invest. And the first investment needs to be an investment of our time. Investment of our time. Learn a trade. Number 4, develop entrepreneurial skills. And I know everybody can't be the business owner. Got to have some customers, but you, in order to survive this economy and in order to create these multiple streams of income, you're going to have to find something that you can sell. Now, let me just put a pin right there because I might need to clarify this for some of us. Something that is legal that we can sell. We ain't trying to do anything illegal, unethical, or immoral, okay? But I just need to clarify that. Not for everybody, but for somebody. Somebody needs to know that. Find something. Become an entrepreneur, right? And the number 5 thing, I go back to what I said before. Got to learn how to invest. Ownership matters. It matters. Because one of the most dangerous positions in this here future, the future economy that we are moving toward, one of the most dangerous positions may be depending entirely on someone else to create your economy, your income. May be a dangerous position to put yourself in. So I am encouraging us. And just in case you late getting to class, I'm going to go through that list again because somebody really needs to hear this morning. If you don't do anything else, text them the list, okay? Text them this list. What we as a community, workers need to be doing right now because your job very well may be replaced. Go ahead and learn AI. Embrace technology. Go ahead and learn. Put yourself on a pathway to developing multiple streams of income. Learn a trade. Learn how to do something. Develop entrepreneurial skills and then invest. Learn how to invest. And the first investment really should be an investment of your time. The safest job in the future may be the one you create for yourself. You see, I used to be under the impression that we needed a job. Why? Because we were told that go to school, get the good education so you can go get the good job. We don't really need a job as much as we need income. And income, in some instances, may come through a job, but it may also come through learning a skill set that you can charge other people for. Entrepreneurship. That's why I say the best investment that you can make is an investment of your time in yourself, in your knowledge. Somebody needs to tell these kids, go out there and learn that AI. I was having a conversation with my good friend, uh, Mrs. Ellis, on last evening, and we were talking about this young lady that's all over social media, um, training people on AI. And I was curious really as to, what was the impetus? How did she get started? How did she become this guru? Because I tell you, she is killing the game right now, you guys. She is killing it in AI, training people all over. And I found Mrs. Ellis' response to me very interesting. And I want you to hear what she said and go back to this investment concept, multiple streams of income concept. She said, the young lady said she missed the Bitcoin bus, the rush. Many people have become very, very wealthy as a result of early investment in Bitcoin. And she said, this lady said, I missed that. But what I told myself is, I will not miss the next Bitcoin opportunity or Bitcoin like opportunity, the next big thing. And so just a few years ago, about 3 years ago, she immersed herself in learning and mastering AI. And now, you guys, this lady won't get on a plane without somebody sending her a check for no less than 15K. Think about that. She's setting her own price. The safest job in the future may be the one you create for yourself. Well, you got to make an investment and you got to know where the economy is going, where the future is going. So my question becomes, what is our community plan? What is the community plan? Now, this is where the conversation becomes uncomfortable. I'm going to tell you, it becomes uncomfortable because we spend enormous amounts of time discussing and debating politics. But are we discussing the future of work? Are our churches discussing it? Are our schools discussing it? Are our civic organizations discussing it? Are our elected officials discussing it? So my question is, what's the plan? What's the community plan? What's Mississippi's plan? Does anybody know? What's our plan? More Amazon data centers? Last time I checked, I'm not really sure how many people these Amazon data centers are employing. Now, yeah, I get that a lot of people benefit when they are constructed. Yes, I get that part. But after they are constructed, they go up. How many people are actually going to be working in the data centers? How many jobs are there for you? Question. Now, Amazon has already told us they plan to cut their workforce significantly by hundreds and hundreds of thousands of jobs. So what's the plan? What is America's plan? And more importantly, what is our community, the Black community's plan? And I'm going to break it down even further. What is your family's plan for survival? What is the plan? Because whether we like it or not, automation is advancing. Artificial intelligence is advancing. Robotics is advancing. And preparation cannot begin after the jobs disappear. Can't start then. You don't wait until after the storm. You prepare before the storm comes. The people who survive disruption are rarely the strongest. They are usually the ones that's most prepared. Think about that. People who survive disruption, they're not necessarily the strongest. Only the prepared will survive. So I'm watching the time. I'm trying to be timely, you guys, because I am broadcasting remotely this morning from the Sunshine State. In case you're just tuning in, we are giving you a view of the beautiful, beautiful Atlantic Ocean that's in the backdrop. You guys that are watching me on Facebook, you can probably get a little bit better view than those who are watching me on YouTube. I'm out on the balcony of the resort where I'm staying here in Florida. But I wanted to share this beautiful moment with you. And I want to challenge you to do something for me this week. 3 things I want you to do. And give you a second in case you need a pen to write these down. 3 things I want to challenge you to do. Number one, I want you to research one career field that is difficult to automate. One thing. I just went through many things that Lowe's, it's pretty certain, be a little bit challenging to automate. And I want you to do your due diligence. Those may not be things that are interesting to you. I want you to research one career field that's pretty difficult to automate. Number 2, I want you to learn a new skill related to technology, AI, business ownership, or the trades. Learn a new skill. For some, it may be simply downloading an app, the Chat GPT app. Some people, that may be a start. But don't just download it. Go in and try to learn how to use it. Again, go on social media. Find out who the gurus are. I dropped a name for you. Call me. I'll connect you with my good friend, Mrs. Ellis. She can teach you how to use AI and technology. Third thing I want you to do is contact an elected official. And I want you to ask them something directly. And you have the right to do this because guess what? In November, they're asking you for your vote. So this is what you need to do before they ask you for your vote. Ask them, what is your plan to help our community survive the coming economic transformation? I'll say it again. What is your plan to help our community survive the coming economic transformation? Ask that question because silence is not a strategy. Hope, that's not a strategy. Complaining, we do that real well. Complaining is not a strategy. But you know what is? Preparation. Preparation is a strategy. My sisters and my brothers, today's conversation, again, it's not about fear. I'm not trying to scare you, but it is about stewardship. It's about responsibility. It's about awareness. And it is about preparation. We've got to do something right now in this moment to prepare. So I go back to my parents and what conversations you're having with your children, especially these children that we send into these $20,000 a year schools who don't even know what they want to major in. Talking about some general studies. please talk to them about robotics and automation, because the point is, even with all the robots taking the jobs, somebody has to work on the robots when they go down. Robots need to be repaired from time to time. Robotics and automation. Drop that on them. Again, this conversation is not about fear, it's about preparation. The greatest danger facing many workers really is not artificial intelligence. It's not. The greatest danger is ignoring artificial intelligence. The greatest danger is pretending the world is not changing, that it's all staying the same. The greatest danger is watching the future, sitting back, watching it arrive, and doing absolutely nothing to prepare for it. That's the greatest danger. The future will not ask whether we were warned. The future will ask whether we prepared. It's not going to ask you, did you receive a warning? Did anybody raise the red flag, wave it for you so that you would know that it was coming? Did you prepare? Now, I told you guys when you logged on, when you tuned on this morning, that this was a conversation that is past time for us as a community to have. And I need you to share this episode with somebody, because it's not just for you, it is a community conversation. I'm starting it, but I need you to keep it going. When you get to work or whatever your destination is today, go ahead and engage some people around you. Let's start talking about this coming tsunami. It's coming, you guys. We can see it. You know how I'm here on the Atlantic Ocean, and I'm thinking in terms of hurricanes. And I always tell people, if I ever had a choice between a hurricane and a tornado, I would always choose the hurricane. And the reason why I say that is because, the hurricane gives us subtle warnings, and we have time to prepare. The waves get a little bit higher, and, the wind gets blowing a little bit stronger before that hurricane comes through. So you have time to prepare. And a lot of times your officials will get on the news and they'll start telling people to clear the beach. The beaches are closed. Go ahead. We're making preparation for the coming storm. Well, that's what we're doing this morning. We are sounding the alarm to let our people know the storm is coming, and we need you to go ahead and take measures to prepare. Take some measures today, now, to start preparing. Now, as I prepare to close out this episode, I want to leave you this morning and leave this show. I want you to ask yourself one question. I want you to ask yourself one question. If my current job disappeared tomorrow, what would I do next? If my current job disappeared tomorrow, what would I do next? Now, I know there are some of my folks out there that are retirees, and they are probably thinking, well, that doesn't apply to me because I'm out of the workforce and I don't have to worry about that and all this AI and, all of these things, because I get my check every month. I get mine. I'm good. Well, I want you to think about something. I want you to think about something. What would you do if your current source of income disappeared? Whatever that source is, what would you do? Remember, I talked earlier about the need for multiple streams of income. Now, if you don't have an answer, to the question that I just posed, then your assignment begins today. Learn, prepare, adapt, build, own, invest, train, develop, and grow. That's what I need you to do because that's the answer to that question. These are the things that you do when you find your world is changing. You learn, you prepare, you adapt, you build, find something to own, invest, train, develop, and grow. And most importantly, let's start having these conversations in our homes, in our churches, in our schools, with our families, with our children. So important. We cannot afford to miss this moment. Our community, we are the ones being impacted by this. Because of this coming tsunami of automation, we can't not talk about it. We can't not plan for it and prepare for it because it's not slowing down. And while we cannot stop every wave, we can't stop every wave, we can prepare our people to survive it. But we got to do something, you guys, and we got to do it now. Now, I'm looking at the clock, I'm looking at the time, and I don't want to go over my time because I think some people may be following me up. There may be another show, and I got to go ahead and move out of their way. But I want to thank you so much for tuning in today to Soul Talks Money and More, where we have been talking about the jobless era and the tsunami that is coming, this economic tsunami that is coming. And Dr. Williams is challenging us to go ahead and get prepared now. Let us not wait until it arrives. I am your host, Dr. Sabrina Edmon Williams, educator, author, and investor, opening minds and closing contracts. I am so noted and I am so excited and so delighted to be broadcasting today from sunny Florida, right here on the edge of the Atlantic Ocean. Peace.